Queen Maeve is one of the main heroes in the Seven, and has been there since the show began. She's always managed to survive the wrath of Homelander, unlike many others that we've seen come, have their go, and then be killed by the man himself, all for it to then be covered up. But with the event that happened towards the end of episode 5, and the theories around Maeve potentially being killed, I thought I'd take a look, theorize, and see if there's a chance that Maeve may not make it back. So let's get into it. Here is Queen Maeve going to survive until the end of Season 3? Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. During the most recent episode of the show, episode 5, we saw Queen Maeve have a heated confrontational conversation with Homelander, where she stated how the moment she met him, she always hated him, and that she now pitied him due to the fact that he's become this lonely, paranoid mess that believes everybody is out to get him. Which I suppose, in his defense, to a certain degree, a lot of people actually are. It was here where we then saw Black Noir grab hold of Queen Maeve, and we heard a harrowing scream in the background with an echo effect as it then cut to the next scene, and the dialogue then began. This left many questions out there as to if Queen Maeve is still alive, or if this was another case of Homelander pulling off what he did to Supersonic. Personally, I don't think she's dead. Not yet, but I feel it could most certainly be on the horizon. When we look back at Queen Maeve's contribution to the show in Season 3, in terms of screen time, it's appeared to be far less than what we usually see. We saw her set up the season in the sense that she gave Butcher the V-24, she gave him the intel on Soldier Boy and there being a potential weapon, and that it was the only way that they would be able to defeat Homelander. So essentially without her, none of what we're seeing now surrounding Soldier Boy would be taking place, and they'd be no closer to taking down Homelander. Other than that, we've only really seen her have relations with Butcher, and also witnessing her training on her own for when the final battle does arrive, so her on-screen contribution has been rather minimal. After she was taken by Black Noir, we saw Starlight approach Ashley, who was now acting CEO of Vaught, and she claimed that she'd been taken to the Global Wellness Retreat in Malibu, which is something that we know is definitely not the case, and Starlight also didn't believe it too. Ashley blamed it on Queen Maeve reaching out for help, and that's why she was sent there. We've seen Vaught do this on multiple occasions throughout the show. Homelander will do something utterly ridiculous like the killing of a soup such as Supersonic, and then Vaught will then proceed to cover up the behavior so it doesn't look like they've just disappeared. With where Queen Maeve has gone being classed as a retreat, there's a time limit that you can be at one of those, which makes me think that if Homelander had killed her, there would be more of an indefinite excuse. Whilst I don't think she's actually at a retreat and I think she's being held somewhere else, I don't think that she's dead. Homelander is fully aware of the fact that she's conspiring with Starlight, Butcher, and many others such as the boys, about trying to take him down, so he may use Queen Maeve as leverage to find out what the others are doing, because he's essentially clueless at the moment as to what's going on and the status that everything's at. In the comic book we see Queen Maeve get killed by Homelander, but it's at a point where there's an intense battle taking place, and she died protecting Starlight. We've seen Starlight and Maeve's relationship improve over the course of time, and with them now having been working together so closely on a plan, and being on the same page, the show could find itself in a position where they're able to execute the scene that was originally in the comic. We're anticipating a large finale in the sense that Soldier Boy will likely be coming head to head with Homelander, and I think it would be extremely fitting for Queen Maeve's arc to end like that. We've not seen her make any individual progressions this season, but mainly things that contribute to the overarching story and moving the plot forward. I think this hints to the fact that her story is just naturally wrapping up, and an intense, emotional farewell could well be on the cards. It would be rather fitting for Homelander to be the very person that kills Queen Maeve, as they were together at one point, and despite it not being a traditional relationship, and Queen Maeve never really loving him, it would be a poetic way for her to go out. She's been training and is prepared for battle when it does finally arrive. I just hope we do get to see it. I'm intrigued to see if the show is brave enough to kill off a character like Maeve, but with a lot being at stake as we gradually get closer to the Season 3 finale, somebody will have to be killed for there to be a large impact, and Queen Maeve is the one in a situation where I could see it happening the most to at the moment. So, there you have it, some theories around if Queen Maeve is going to survive. If you want to see more videos on the boys, such as episodes explained, soups explained, and theories and predictions, then click on the I button, or alternatively you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you want me to review something specific, then head over to my Twitter @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile, where I rate all of the latest releases in real time. Do you think Queen Maeve is going to survive? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.